Last time on Total Impact, the Board of Education showed their high intellect and their superior athleticism as they became the new TWA Tag Team Champions. M. Shooter Schultz makes it definitely clear that Rudy Boy and Bone Crusher are no alliances of his. And in last week's main event, the brawl to settle it all, the natural born thriller Wayne Knight and the love machine Chaz Taylor do bloody battle in a steel chain match. Get ready while Total Impact takes you into the new millennium.
From Far West Rodeo in San Antonio, Texas, this is the Texas Wrestling Alliance Total Impact, brought to you by Texas Discount Furniture. I'm Kelvin Vargas, the afternoon host of 99.5 KISS, San Antonio's rock station. Hey, welcome to 2000. And this is the man taking Texas wrestling into the new millennium, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I tell you what, Kevin, what a way to start the year 2000. The TV title match, when we got two young men that have been thrilling audiences all over the world. Spanky and the American Dragon, the television champion. Find out who will rule the year 2000 as the TV champion.
Also, we'll hear from Francis Alexander Gibbons.
And from what I understand, he's taken quite a liking to Lance Cade.
He used to be considered the hardcore maniac. Now I guess he's the softcore maniac. But Francis Alexander Gibbons is a hardcore match against TWA champ Venom. Let's hear from the first competitors in tonight's first match.
Spanky, you and me have had some classic matches, and I'm sure this one isn't going to be any different, with the exception that tonight, I'm going to walk out the new television champion.
American Dragon, you look ridiculous in that getup of yours. But I like you, kiddo. You got spunk. So now you're the number one contender of the most coveted television title in all of South Central Texas. Well, good luck to you, boy.
The American Dragon, upon returning from a successful tour of Japan,
Here's your challenger. Please welcome the American Dragon.
upon his first night return from Japan, he won the #1 contender slot for Spanky's TV title.
And here he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is making his way down the aisle. He is your Texas Wrestling Alliance television champion, Spanky.
I hate to sound like rerun season. I feel like I say this every time we see him. He is not necessarily the biggest competitor in the Texas Wrestling Alliance, but when it comes to the size of the heart, it ain't always the size of the man in the fight, but the size of the fight of the man. And Spanky is about 10 times his body weight in heart.
And I think that goes for both these individuals. Both the Dragon and Spanky have shown great class, great sportsmanship, and I think they'll do so tonight.
They have teamed up before, they have fought each other before, and whether it's together or apart, they never fail to disappoint the fans of the TWA with one high impact, fast-paced match. Going for the double drop kick. They are very similar in strategy, as it shows. They keep trying to get the advantage and throwing the same moves, really not effectively landing, just basically blocking. They're jockeying for position. It's like a couple of big bull elks.
One, two,
Big slap! Knife edge chop by the American Dragon. Spanky lays one of his own in. Ooh! Drops in the foot. Snap over. Huge boot by the American Dragon to Spanky's back. There is a nice red mark on Spanky just under the shoulder blade. That had to rock the champion.
A nice little handshake. You know, if you can't beat up your friends, who can you beat up, huh?
There is mutual respect among these two. They know. One thing they have both said about the other man, at least if I'm going to lose, if I lose to him, it will be to a great wrestler.
Exactly.
Again, just jockeying for position. Quick go behind, into the arm bar. American Dragon locks in Spanky. Spanky rolls over yet again, springboards up, and cranks in an arm bar of his own. Dragon with a similar block and an additional move that locks up Spanky. Hip toss up and over.
Folks, get out your wrestling dictionary because there are going to be moves in this match that I know I can't describe, and I've been doing it for 15 years.
Sean, when it comes to these two, there's moves in this match that we can't keep up with. Even with these two, if you know a move, it's easy to miss because the pace is just relentless. And you know when they crank it up, there will be some brutality. Even a cameraman is not safe anywhere near these two. Spanky blocks Dragon, walks him over, up, walking the ladder onto the top rope. Whoa! Kind of a variation Spankensteiner there.
Spankensteiner, there you go. He'd love to know that you called it that. Spanky knocked into 2001 with that blow by the American Dragon. About 366 days of dizziness waiting to come after something like that. We do not recommend you try that at home. I'll tell you, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt John Morris, but we are having the opportunity this new year to see the future of professional wrestling. The future of professional wrestling are young men like this that give everything they have to the fans and to their sport.
I thought he was going for the spine buster. Instead, he is just locking on. I don't even know what you call that, Sean. It's almost like a combination attempt to put in the spine buster position, locked into a sleeper hold.
I believe that is called some form of tarantula. Japanese tarantula.
It is obviously a variation picked up in Japan on the last tour. Very much unlike the Texas Tarantula Rudy Boy Gonzalez likes to lock on using the ropes. Big snap suplex up and over. Spanky landed on the back of his head. This is absolutely the perfect combination to be in the first match of 2000 here for TWA Total Impact.
What a way to start out. And it's only going to get better. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Spanky going to set down, not enough weight. Dragon with some good leg strength.
Oh, big back elbow.
American Dragon, if you look at the way the man is built, he is solid all the way around, but the leg strength is probably number one in the Dragon's arsenal. Thus the effectiveness of many of his high-flying moves. Spanky jumps up, over, go behind by Dragon. Spanky using the ropes, kind of pulling Dragon right on through. Nothing like letting your opponent's momentum carry you. And Spanky uses the ropes to throw the big elbow. Will we see a plancha here?
You know what this means?
Up and over! Spanky sails through the air with the greatest of TWA TV champion ease, showing the kind of moves that got him that belt and keep it around his waist. Spanky going up to the top rope. Missile drop kick hits the American Dragon. American Dragon is he is the epitome of pure wrestling fair play. There's nothing hidden in that mask. Nothing to shield the blow. Spanky going up. Moonsault from the top rope.
I tell you what, Kevin, I hope fans appreciate what these two young men bring to this sport. They come out here each and every week and give everything they have. And I tell you what, for a man who's been in this business for 15 years, does my heart good to see it.
Spanky and American Dragon, the epitome of the type of wrestler in the Texas Wrestling Alliance. Both men committed to doing their best, to being the best, to learning and perfecting their craft, and showing the fans here at Far West Rodeo top-notch professional wrestling. Spanky.
Using the steps for momentum, hit the Dragon with a back elbow.
Forget about the ball dropping on New Year. Spanky is dropping his body from every height he can find and utilize. Spanky throws Dragon into the ropes, going for the Irish whip. Dragon reverses. Spanky in. Dragon follows up. The big forearm. Off the ropes. Another big. In the clothesline. Spanky up and over. 360. 1, 2. American Dragon showing you why he has earned the right to be the #1 contender for Spanky's TV title. Spanky dropped down, tried to drop the jaw, didn't have enough.
Oh, look at that. Suplex. Oh,
What is this?
And there's
Shooter griping Bone Crusher, he's got a bone to pick. His bone is the one he wants to lay outside the head of Shooter Schultz. Shooter laid him out last week, and he was not pleased about that attack from behind. Rudy and somewhere there is a dentist in San Antonio going, I'm glad I got some work to start the new year.
And here comes Spanky the Dragon with their second win. And Kevin, I'll tell you what, this TV championship scene continues to heat up with fury here into the new millennium.
There are.
How goes Rudy? Oh,
That is as hot right now as the TV title here in the Texas Wrestling Alliance. The right to be the best wrestler on television. Earned. A belt. Earned and re-earned week after week on TWA Total Impact.
unbelievable. My goodness, what a way to start out the new year.
But due to the interference, American Dragon basically screwed by Shooter Schultz out of his shot to complete the win. Spanky walks out still TWA Television Champion. Up next, we will hear from Francis Alexander Gibbons.
Hi, San Antonio. He's Kevin,
And he's Jamie,
and we would like to personally thank you for making Texas Discount Furniture
your furniture store.
to show our thanks. With any furniture purchase or use of our free layaway plan, receive dinner for two at the Barn Door Restaurant. Plus, buy any bedroom set and get a set of mattresses free. At Texas Discount Furniture,
We won't be undersold. We want to save you money.
Your lowest price store, Texas Discount Furniture.
Now, you know, Christmas is already passed. We're into the new year. But I can't help but to ask you, do you have a thing for Lance Cade?
You see, I can spot talent, and I saw this rather huge, burly, I guess he's what, Iowa bred, is that what you call it here? A big, grain-fed young man. He seems to exude masculinity, you know? And I thought that I would take a closer look at him, so to speak. I don't see anything wrong with that deal.
So, if he exudes masculinity, you enjoy that. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Very flexible.
We're just trying to clarify.
Francis
Oh, I enjoy it quite a bit. More than I can even express in words.
He's all in
Now,
one.
one other question I have is Mombasa anywhere around in there?
Good question, Sean.
Around? Do you see him anywhere around? I don't seem to see him.
You know,
Here
I can't
comes.
help but to think that maybe you've taken
Lance Cade.
One too many shots to...
New Year's, a new love opportunity for Francis.
No, normally, I don't do this, but you do owe me a big thanks for that little assist that I gave you.
I've had just about enough of this crap. I don't know what kind of man you are, but my door does not open that way. It never has, and it never will. So the next time you interfere in one of my matches, I'm gonna knock your lights out.
Is this just a head game by the former Mombasa?
Francis.
Oh, he's trying to pretty up Lance. I don't think Lance is going to appreciate that. Locks in the sleeper hold. Wants to go nighty-night. Sean trying to pull Francis Alexander Gibbons off. He's got it locked on. I don't know if that's passion or compassion. Now what? Digging in. Oh, no. I don't know. Lance is not going to be happy about that. Coming up next, we will see Francis Alexander Gibbons in action against Venom in a hardcore match. It was a softcore match when you talk about Francis Alexander Gibbons. Investigate this, Chief.
Find out what's going on.
Lance Cade, Texas Discount Furniture, does not endorse use of any furniture in that manner. Anyone can walk out here, roll him over, stand on top, and get the 3-pin. He is that out of it. Lance still laying on a little bit of, I'm going to straighten you out. Throws Francis Alexander Gibbons back into the tunnel. Crew organizing things, and we're supposed to have a match with Francis Alexander Gibbons and Venom. We got Venom. Lance Cade throws a mighty chair to the back of Francis Alexander Gibbons' head, attempting to straighten him out after that last little adventure in the ring. Francis Alexander Gibbons. That music is, you know, that's kind of like one of those golden oldies we haven't heard for a while.
That's Mombasa, isn't it? That's
Expecting the sophomore maniac, so to speak, Francis Alexander Gibbons, and we hear the music of Mombasa. But who's coming through the tunnel?
I mean, come on, we know Francis and Mombasa are the same people. That's no secret, but
They just don't know it.
he just got clocked in the head. There's no way. Unbelievable. Oh my,
I don't know if I'm happy to see him again, actually.
I don't know.
Nothing against Francis, but this guy, you know, here's a man whose plan is just to beat himself senseless with a chair. Venom whipped into the railing. One thing about, I guess, Mombasa, again, he definitely is a man who can take and give a beating. And Venom is on the end of one. Into the railing. Mombasa just rocking up the champion. This is a hardcore match.
Are you trying to tell me that in that short of time, Francis turned into Mombasa? I mean, somebody makes sense. Somebody get a psychiatrist out here.
Well, one quick shot to the head, and those eggs are severely scrambled to begin with. We're talking about Mombasa, Francis Alexander. The hardcore maniac has made a mess out of the TWA arena numerous times. Far West has had to replace a few chairs and actually a locker room.
And as much as our gratitude goes out to the Far West, we sometimes have to apologize for the use of their trash cans and chairs and whatnot.
That trash can has become a trash can. Compliments of the hardcore maniac Mombasa. Face first, Venom. We do know this about Venom. He may whine and complain about a lack of competition, but no matter who his competition is, he holds the gold. He has the strap. When Venom was crowned TWA champion, the court that vied to take that title away quickly was eradicated.
I'll tell you what, you know, I've never said, I mean, he's a fantastic wrestler, always has been. His personal problems with me aside, he sent me that Winnie the Pooh last. I mean, I know he's not a changed man, but people have to understand Venom is as good as they come.
Venom has proved himself in the WWF rings, the ECW rings, and repeatedly, week after week, in TWA rings throughout Texas. And Mombasa is flowing.
And this is not for the weak at heart either. My goodness. And it looks like he's going to get another one, which he can ill afford. Oh!
Mombasa is just... The kids are running. Mombasa is flowing. And Venom
Is attacking.
just continues to lay in. And now what? Venom taking a moment to try to give Sean a little lip service, and all it got him was Mombasa's boot to his lip. I do have to admit, I am enjoying watching Venom getting tossed around by Mombasa.
I tell you what, we got the best seats in the house right here, Kevin Vargas. They're right in front of us. Ooh, you can hear that one.
Mombasa laying it into TWA champ Venom into the rail. Mombasa takes a drink, takes a mic. This is a hardcore match, and a hardcore match can go anywhere and everywhere.
And that is exactly where this one's going.
Mombasa just flowing. I haven't seen that much flow since the 100-Year Flood. I haven't seen this much mayhem since the Rage Against the Machine concert.
What an amazing beginning to the new year, Kevin Vargas. If this sets a standard for what is in store for the rest of the year, can the Far West, can any arena contain these TWA stars?
The Texas Wrestling Alliance, we have the high flyers, we've got the big men, we've got the brutal men. We we've got wrestlers who will go all out to give you your money's worth, to do everything they can to move up the ranks. And the fans here at Far West standing, just wondering what could happen next in this hardcore match. Venom sets up the table, in the ring, in the corner, Mombasa. I can't believe this guy doesn't have brain damage. I mean, we know he's not the smartest.
He does half the time. He thinks he's Francis Alexander Gibbons. I mean, come on.
He's confused. Those eggs are permanently scrambled. DDT through the table. And Mufasa lying in the middle of the ring. As broken as the table. TWA champ Venom just DDT'd Mufasa's head through. And Buffy, stand by your man. Oh, what's this? Venom wants the mic. Ray's gonna give it to him. Now what?
Sean, I'd like to know how you liked your Christmas present.
We already have a Winnie the Pooh at home, but he gave me another one.
How did I know your unborn brat likes Winnie the Pooh?
Come on. You heard Sean say he's decorating.
Beautiful baby blue painted room.
Wait a
with
minute.
Christopher
He hasn't
Robin,
talked about
Winnie the
that.
Pooh and all that jazz. Your mutt ain't as good a watchdog as you thought he was, and you better call your security company.
Now we're getting extremely personal. Sean tearing after TWA champ Venom. Great start to 2000 for TWA Total Impact. We'll find out more about what just went on with Sean and Venom, but just know this, there is a lot of great live wrestling waiting for you at Far West Rodeo. Be watching for details and right here on KINS TV for TWA Total Impact.